Explain the purpose of quality control. All you have to do here is mention what are the benefits of quality control and why we use it. So you could mention to check or test the product. That would give you a mark. Make sure the product meets a specific standard. To ensure a manufactured product meets agreed specification criteria would give you another mark. Guarantees the accuracy of a part or a component. Manufactured to the agreed tolerance. Making it fit for purpose. Making it suitable or good enough to sell. 2 of the points would get you the combined marks. So any one of those points, add them together to another point, would give you the 2 marks. 18.2. Describe one method of quality control that is used when making a prototype products. This question is different from 18.1, whereas 18.1 explains the purpose of quality control, whereas 18.2 you're asked a particular method used for quality control. So we can say using a template helps us mark out and make sure everything is exactly the same. You can say using a jig, helping us bend materials to the right angle again and again. There is something called a go, no-go jig, which is basically a template that has 2 types of holes. You put it through one, if it goes through that one. If it doesn't go through the second one, it's a no-go. You can also say testing against the specification, which is the standard that you are trying to reach. So that will also get you a mark. Other responses can be dimensional accuracy, such as using a micrometer or calipers to measure out the different sizes. We can talk about material quality, surface inspections for defects. So again, any one of those points would give you a mark. They will also accept any other valid responses. Question 19. Choose one of the materials in the category in the table below. So we have metal-based materials, papers and boards, polymers, textile-based materials, timber-based materials. My chosen material category is, and then you select which one you want to talk about. Give the source or origin of your chosen material category. Metal-based materials can be, again, it's different for each material, but we have ores, you have bauxite if it's aluminium, you can say golden nuggets for gold because gold comes in a pure form. If it's polymers, you can say crude oil. Timber-based materials, trees, forests, wood. Don't use the word timber. Textiles materials, we can talk about natural fibers such as plants or animals, or we can talk about man-made textiles materials such as coming from crude oil, such as nylon. 19.2. Name one process used to convert your chosen material category into a workable form. So timber-based materials, we're talking about felling. So felling is the cutting of trees, not deforestation. We can say debarking, so removing the bark and branches. We can say sawing, so the trees have to be sawed into planks. We can say seasoning, which is the drying of trees. So it needs to be left for a year for the sap to evaporate. We can say mechanical seasoning as well, which is when you put it in a massive room like an oven, which will heat it up. If you've picked metal-based materials, you can talk about mining, so extracting the rocks from the ground as an ore. We can say smelting, heating the metal in ore form at a high temperature to extract the metal. Question 19.3. Use notes and or sketches to describe the process you have named above. My recommendation is to watch videos of each process so you get an idea. It's worth 4 marks, so you want to give 4 points. For example, if we're talking about timber-based materials, I would say they would need to fell the tree, debark it, cut it into planks, then season the tree. That's 4 points, 4 marks. You should do it in the steps, and then also you can draw a little diagram for each one. If it was metal, you would talk about mining the ore, then transporting the ore to a smelting plant. The ore would be heated up, the metal gets separated from the rocks, and then they are set into ingots, bars, different shapes, so it can be processed into sheets or tubes depending on the need.